Yeah, how dare he be bald. He lied about being in the apartment, he lied about the murder weapon, he lied about having hair. What hasn't he lied about? And hello, everybody! It's a brand new day and it's a brand new game! Oh, I'm looking forward to playing this. So, I've actually played a little bit of a demo on the 3DS many years ago, so I got to play like one case. So I have some sort of idea of how this game goes. I have no idea what case it was, I have no idea which game it was, but this is gonna be fun. Let's go. Play this game. So hopefully I can go backwards from what I was trying to do here. Episode 1, the first turnabout. This is the very first case of the very first game. Let's find out how this goes. Play the first turnabout? Yes. That sounds good. That looks like blood. How lovely. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Uh-oh. Is that a mole on his face?
So you're the...
I'll make it look like he did it. Uh-oh, we got a framing on our very first case. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boy, am I nervous. I have no idea what voice to give him, so whatever. Mia says, Wright! Oh, hello. Oh, hiya, Chief. So Mia is the chief, eh? Alright. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Oh, is this my very first case as a brand new lawyer who just passed the bar exam? It says a lot about you.
Huge tracts of land.
A little bit. I didn't say it. I just said, oh, hello. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Who's talking?
It's over. My life, everything, it's all over.
Huh? Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him.
Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
Oh, this is not good. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Butts. His name is Butts. He's got a goatee. Oh boy. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? So so his name is Larry Butts? Is that what his name is? Is this my client? I'm guessing that this is the dude that is being framed for the murder that we saw in the very cold open. Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Oh, is that the person we saw? So the dead woman we saw is this man's girlfriend? That is really sad. Is he being framed for the murder? Or is this just like the boyfriend and he's not being framed? The newspaper say it was you. Oh. I'm gonna have to pay attention to the red text, I think. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story of how my life got flipped turned upside down. My first case is a fairly simple one. Girlfriend got deaded. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Oh no! Oh, this is awful. Oh, they're friends. How dare! Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh. Okay. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. Look at all these butts in chat. Oh, I love you all. And that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear his name. So I'm noticing options in court record. So that's just that. Should I save the game? That might be a good idea. Court record. Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death 7:31, 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Mia Fay, age 27, chief attorney at Fay & Co., my boss and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, age 23, the defendant in this case, a likable guy, has been my friend since grade school. So if they've been friends since grade school, and he's the age of 23, how old is Phoenix Wright? Like, did they not meet until grade school? Because they said that they knew him for 23 years already. Cindy Stone, age 22, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Man, I would love to have lived on my own at the age of 22. Holy crap. Evidence. Okay, so there's not much yet. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Cool. Due to blunt trauma, not the Snoop Dogg kind either. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court Room number 2. Here we go, we're in the courtroom. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Why did they choose the name Butts? It's very silly. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, he looks like a pain in the ass as well. Oh my god. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. So this is my very first trial? Is that what's happening? Ahem. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Stop objecting, we haven't started! Morrow. It's your first day of law school. Oh yeah, so this is like Legally Blonde, except legally slicked back brunette, I guess. Actually, he kind of looks like an eagle. He's got interesting hair. Whatever. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, is this the bar exam right now? I thought I already passed it. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. So Phoenix Wright is me, Larry Butts is obviously the defendant. So when I was testing just to make sure that everything was actually running smoothly, I chose this. I chose Mia Fey, and it actually gave me a Steam achievement, so I kind of want to see what it actually says. The, defendant, that's, Mia Fey, who apparently is the actual Phoenix Wright's boss, apparently. Wrong, Wright. Look, I have to leave. I have to go home. I'm expecting a delivery. Aw, come on, Chief. There's no need to be going so soon, is there? Listen, Wright. Oh. Listen, Wright. The defendant is the one on trial, your client. I mean, that's about as basic as you can get. I put my foot in it this time. I've got to relax. Damn, she has a delivery for us. Oh my god. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask once more. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Should I just choose all the wrong options before I pick the right one? That's me, sure. The defendant is me, right? Right, have you completely lost your mind? Focus! The defendant is the person on trial. You're his lawyer. Oh, yeah, right.
Beavis and Bud.
This is no laughing matter. You did pass the bar, didn't you? Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask once more. I was trying to do something fancy, but I did the wrong thing.
So you better get this right.
The defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait, uh-oh. No. No way! I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Uh-oh. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press blah to check it out at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? I believe it was Cindy Stone, but we can double check. Winston Payne, 52. He's got that kind of sad face. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Cindy Stone. Interesting hairdo that she has going on. Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Oh, you got the runs. You got the nervous runs coming out your butt. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. Man, we really do have poop on the mind, don't we? You ever get, like, stomach problems when you're really nervous? The stinker! It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue, in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use blah to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. How does anyone witness a murder trial other than the murderer? The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief? Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. What kind of shirt is that? Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Oh. Oh, I like these anime faces. I really should try and get in the anime. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. So she ghosted you. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. United States of America. Interesting. So she's American. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
She
indeed.
was with me.
Morrow, are you outing yourself as a potential suspect? I was trying to figure out the word. Morrow's a suspect. Oh, wait, no, that's Luigi. Luigi's a suspect.
Not me.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Oh boy. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. Yes! You pointed him! That question is irrelevant to this case. Ugh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Oh god. There's no way I'm winning this case with my client running his mouth like this. Have you ever heard of pleading the fifth, dude? How about you just shut the up, okay? Quiet, Shaggy. Yeah, and when I meet her, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I didn't see what that first text was. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? Order in the court. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Oh, that's not good. Order! Let's see. Arrived from Paris on 7:30. So there's not much yet, but whatever. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. Bro, you don't know proper courtroom etiquette. Oh my god, I don't like this guy already. It's the first case. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? I don't know why the judge is like this. I don't know why. Whatever. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. So we know who actually did it. I have a feeling that in cases going forward, we're not going to know for a fact who did the crime. Because this is our first case where we already know who did it. It was the dude with the mole on his forehead. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Yep, he's got that mole. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony! Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Witness's account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. So I really have to pay attention to this, don't I? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. So I might just be really finicky here, but it doesn't look like her head is actually lying on the floor. It looks like she's has her head slightly up or something like that. A woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Hold on. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so that doesn't seem right. Autopsy report. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Yeah. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. A cordless phone. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright? Yes, yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Ooh, I like the red text. How the hell does he not see anything in a blackout? Yeah, these are all things that I have to pay attention to, right? Although, if it was 1 p.m. like he says, then there would be sun going through the window. But also, the autopsy report shows that she died between 4 and 5 p.m., which doesn't match with his testimony. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right? This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with blah, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination! Oh boy! Well, this is fun, isn't it? Witness's account. It's going door to door, man fleeing the apartment. Bunny must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Looks inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. Quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside. Thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Because I can't present any of this right now. So I don't know. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. Present. There we go. So this is what I'm looking for. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death, sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Ooh, someone's sweating. Oh, that. Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony, the time of discovery. Oh boy. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Bro. Oh, I can't present it yet? What if I want to present it right now? If the voice is from the television during a blackout, you wouldn't be hearing a voice. We got you, bruh. He's so stupid. But I can't present it right now because he's giving a testimony right now. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep listening. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Bro.
Lies. Oh, lies!
You're not fooling anyone with that. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. When I found the body, I heard the time. Voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Bro. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Bro sweating in his slacks. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! Well, ugh. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. Oh, he's sweating. He reminds me of the mask salesman from Majora's Mask a little bit. Do you see that? My apologies, Your Honor. He does? You see it now, Chemo? And now you can't unsee it. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Okay, bye-bye.
Jesus. This dude won't shut up. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. But you didn't go inside the apartment. How would you know? The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Bro. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Oh my god, this is a bop. You hear that? How is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? I'm a lawyer. What are you talking about, bro? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. These are the worst. Oh my god. So you have to go inside the apartment to trigger the switch to make the... Why would a statue just randomly be a clock that says the time? That's so inconvenient. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Exactly, Phoenix! You understand! He didn't disturb the evidence too? Exactly! Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. Also, this judge isn't too bright either. He may have been paid off by the prosecution, just saying. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. So it actually is a clock? I thought it was just a stupid lie. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Gah! Oh, it's a wig. That doesn't surprise me. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn! Burn! Go to hell! Give him death. Jesus, that really took a turn. That escalated quickly.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. A most heinous of his crimes. Dear God, he was bald after all. Yeah, how dare he be bald? He lied about being in the apartment. He lied about the murder weapon. He lied about having hair. What hasn't he lied about? A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think through it carefully. Frank saw it. Oh my god. I also get the pun. It's like, I saw it happen. The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. Yeah, what is that symbol in the top right? Can we look at this, I guess? All you have to do is examine the batteries. The batteries are in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly did you mean, Mr. Wright? But the clock was working fine. Yes, and... I'm sorry, I think I got confused back there with all those testimonies. Mr. Wright! I expect more from a lawyer in this court. Even if it is your first day. I'm afraid I have to penalize you. Try to think things through more carefully. Oh no! Oh no, this is awful! Yes, Your Honor. As I was saying. The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor. It's definitely this clock. The fact would just clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Obviously, this was the right answer. I just wanted to see what the other options said. Of course this is the right answer. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have this clock? Wait, so what time is it in the court right now? Is it like 10 a.m. or something? So we can see if it says that it's like 7 a.m. to maybe that's like 3 hours off or something. I asked the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. 3 hours off, I told you. 3 hours off. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawet heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawet, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? It's 3 hours off? Yeah! Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawet. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawet. Mia! Mia, I mean Chief. What is she saying now? Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can still win. You can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? He was trying to pin it on someone. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was in the apartment earlier in the day, something like that." Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Well, let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The day before the murder. The thing is, like, we don't know where this courtroom is. The victim apparently arrived at home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Let's go ahead and present it. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day over there. Oh, is it really? A 9-hour difference. Where does this take place? The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh. Oh god, what? Did he just drool himself to death? Or did he take a cyanide pill? What the hell happened? Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! We've done it. And with that, this court is adjourned. We did it. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. Ew. Thank you for the bit. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? What's wrong with you, man? Stop here so you have a reference. Actually, hold on. I probably should save. There we go. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad, 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 bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Harry Butts for president. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast. Oh, so when she says dinner on me, is she being literal? Like... Should probably, work on that phrasing a little bit.
Phrasing?
We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Uh-oh. Yay! I completed the first story. A brand new episode has been added. Cool. Yes. I don't want to start a new trial yet.